Hey guys, this is Jesse here at Jesse Lee Strength and Fitness. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a recap of run number 28 of the Jeff Galloway Garmin Connect run training program for the 5K. We're getting to the very ends of this training cycle, and I am very excited about that. The plan is to run a 5K when I go to Perform Better Summit in Chicago. It'll be a Saturday, not next Saturday, but the following Saturday. So we're getting really close to the end of this training cycle where I'm going to go out and just test myself and run a 5K. And then I'll start another training program after that. And I'll probably do another Garmin Connect 5K training program. So keep on the tune out for that. Today's recap of the run was, it's the second run of the week. So I ran Monday. Today is Wednesday. And today was a drills day. And today I kind of felt like I fell into the groove a little bit more. I'm understanding this part of the programming. So just go ahead and recap that for you now. The 10-minute warm-up was a 2-minute walk. This is after all my mobility work, which felt really great today. That's a 7-minute jog and a 1-minute walk. I did feel a little bit of my workout yesterday, so I did some hip thrust and a circuit. So I could feel a little bit of my legs as well as did some labor over the weekend. So remember, the training will be kind of affected by everything else in your life. So that's okay. Just kind of note how you're feeling, and note that if you're really gearing up for a particular performance, note that rest is probably the best cure for a really good performance. So making sure you're recovered well enough to give it your all for that next workout. But that's part of what training is learning a little bit about your body's response to stress and your body's ability to recover fast enough, and also how you're feeding and hydrating yourself. So it's good to take a training log as well. So you're kind of maybe write down the workout, write down how you felt. You could write down what you ate and drank. Just kind of get a little bit better idea of the holistic picture of who you are, and as you train, as you get better at things. So for the cadence drills today, it was a goal. I started to notice this last week. I think the cadence kind of peaked a few weeks ago up to 202, and now it's kind of tapering down into this more doable range of 182 to 192. So getting to know this cadence a little bit better, which is a little bit more like a moderate run, I felt like this is actually a pace that I could probably hold for a 5K. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 4 times, and each time I was in that middle number. It was in between 182 and 192. I think the first one was maybe 192, and then I zoomed in on 188, 184, those types of things. So that felt really good. And then I did 3 acceleration glider drills. So I kind of went gently in from this to this. So maybe 30 seconds of kind of a cool down. And then the acceleration glider drills, I think I did really well this time. I kind of started off at a nice slow jog, then worked up gradually to almost a full speed sprint, and then tapered it back down to where I was just the last 3 or 4 seconds I was walking, and then I was back up into the next one. And so I did that 3 times. I really like that drill for slow accumulation of speed and then controlling the taper, and then back up to accumulation of speed. So that's 3 times. Think of that undulation. So that was pretty cool. And then I went into a cool down of 10 minutes, and that was a 2-minute walk, a 3-minute jog, and a 5-minute walk. So overall, good workout. 2.43 miles covered in the total workout, 25 minutes, which is great. And my drills pace was about 7:02. So all in all, really good. Just in kind of thinking about it, I had trained clients all morning. I transitioned right into it. I did like a shot of raw honey, and I think I did just a little too much. Sometimes I can just do a little shot of honey for some glucose, but I have this honeycomb, and I just dipped into the honeycomb and really digested a little bit of it, and then spit out the honeycomb, and then kind of got out, and I felt that a little bit. So just note, just before your workout, maybe not the great idea, but could just give yourself enough digestion time just prior to consuming something. Typically the honey is really easy if I just done maybe a shot of it, but I just noticed that I did a little bit much. And other than that, I did try some new shoes. So I have my old shoes on. I've been running in the Hyperion, and today I ran in the Ghost, just for a little more cushioning, a little more shoe. It's neither here nor there. I didn't notice a big difference. Probably won't notice unless you're doing a lot of mileage, but generally it felt pretty good. It's a warm day, but nice and cool and breezy. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please stay tuned and have a great day.